end on a game because I love doing games like this, and it's most likely Barstool Chicago Guy Edition.
Oh God.
So between you, White Sox Dave, Eddie, and Chief, you have to answer the questions of who would do it. Okay?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
This is where you get in trouble.
I know.
This is where I get in trouble.
Hey, how about this? If you don't,
Am I on a shot clock?
you're not on a shot clock.
But
There's
we'll
no,
move. We'll move.
If you really don't want to do it, just drink.
No, just as long as I have as long as I have a room to explain myself.
You can always
always.
It's not like a quick
Okay.
like buzzer beating stuff like that. Okay.
Next.
Yeah. Who is most likely to get catfished?
White Sox Dave. I think he did recently. And, like, not really, though. But, like, he went to Milwaukee to, like, see a girl. He told the story on radio, so I don't have a problem repurposing this. But he went to go see a girl in Milwaukee, and I guess he, like, went up to the party, and she was, like, passed out by the time he got there. So then Dave just, like, hung out with these random people in Milwaukee for, like, 30 minutes at some random house party with, like, these 24-year-olds. And he, like, knew this girl, I guess, met in Chicago a couple, like, months ago. Or so, it was something like, hey, come see me in Milwaukee. And she texted him, like, hey, you should come see me tonight. So he just was like, yeah, fine. And he just went to Milwaukee alone. So, like, based on that alone, that in and of itself puts Dave number one on the list, I think. Like, Chief's too smart, and, like, Eddie, I would not find himself in that. Like, Eddie's guard is up. Like, Eddie's just smart.
Okay.
Just too much street smarts. I'm a married guy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm off. I just would not even. I know that path. I'm not going down it.
Okay. Who is most likely to wear women's underwear for a woman, kind of like in the episode of Friends?
I'm probably the weirdest, so me.
Okay.
I'm probably the weirdest. Chief's also, but Chief has probably the most natural feminine tendencies, so like him too. I'm not familiar with the Friends episode. Again, Eddie no, White Sox Dave no.
Okay. Most likely to trip and fall in public.
I'll take me. I'm probably going to be, like, on average, I'm more drunk than the rest of them. Chief, I feel like, would also trip over a curb, though. His head's always up. He's always thinking forward. Like, maybe he's just, like, not... So I can see him tripping over, like, you know, on the curbs.
The
just
little
or
curves
like
like
the
this,
sidewalk, one sidewalk
Like,
is just a slight...
It's on like that tilt, yes.
Like, just that little could derail him. And then me, I just... my head's in the clouds.
Heads in the clouds. Okay, who's most likely to ask an athlete for their autograph?
Eddie collects autographs.
Okay. Most likely to get stuck paying the tab.
White Sox Dave, he volunteered himself.
Why would you volunteer yourself?
He always does it. Like, he's always like, I got it, I'll get it. Like, he's a guy.
So he wants to be the guy.
He likes being the guy to pick up the tab. I have completely evolved out of that. Before, it would have been me. 5 years ago, me. 100% me. Chief's smart enough. He doesn't get himself in that situation. So, same with Eddie. Eddie's navigates all this well. Dave. 100% Dave.
100% Dave. Okay. Most likely to get tricked into drinking a shot of Malort.
It's the tricked part that gets me.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd get tricked. I would just drink it. And then I'm like, Dave. Dave says yes to shots. I like kind of a shot. Like, I don't say yes to every shot. I say yes to a lot. But I say yes to every beer.
Okay.
Shots, I'm hard to get a shot. Dave. Are we gonna counter on this? Someone's gonna come back and be like,
honestly,
dude, you
when
named
I was
Dave
going
in
through
all of these.
questions, I figured Dave would probably be a lot of them. Was my guess.
Okay.
I really
like again,
did.
like Eddie, you could prank good.
Like, would Eddie take the shot?
No.
Is Eddie a shot guy or no?
No.
No.
No, he's just in control of his. He's just like, nah.
Nah.
He wouldn't make you feel bad for offering you though. So
Okay.
that's how you're like, you sure? No, I'm good.
Okay. Most likely to get attacked by a bum on the red line.
Well, me, because I'll tell the bum to shut up or something, or like I can't help myself, and it goes like, but Chief maybe because Chief might think he could reach the bum. Like Chief would be like, let me just talk. Let me just talk to this guy. Like Chief would be like, let me just talk to this guy. But then if he threatened me, White Sox Dave would like immediately jump into action. So there's a threesome going on between me, Chief, and Dave here. Mostly Chief though, because I think
if I edited that could be a really weird thing. You
and
just
that's
said, right?
I told you this is where it gets dangerous. Like this is where there's a nice. I mean, Carl comes on and tells a crazy story about their podcast last week. Yeah, it's just getting real steamy in there. Started with Dave asking me to shave his chest. But I would say probably Chief, because Chief would like want to talk to the bum. Again, it's a time of day answer.
Okay. We're gonna end on you shaving Dave's chest at the end because I think that's a story that needs to be told. Who was most likely to think it was gonna be silent?
Oh, that's a great question. Um, again, like me, I think it's me. I think I farted the most around the guys. I think because like I'll laugh, I'll like lean into it. Like it's definitely me. But then I feel like Dave. Yeah, me or Dave. That's a tough one.
Okay. All right. Most likely to fuck up making a beef sandwich.
Eddie can't cook.
That's
Doesn't
terrible.
cook. Doesn't like he knows all the. But like if you were like here, like fuck it up the order or make it himself.
Make it himself.
Eddie.
Eddie.
But he would never fuck up the order.
Okay.
He's like an expert on that.
Yeah.
But homemade, no
Got
chance.
you. Okay. Most likely to dive drunkenly into the Chicago River.
Dive.
Yes.
I used to drive.
Not drive. You would
I know.
die.
I was like, that
you
would
would die
be.
if you.
I was like,
if
that's
you,
not
yeah.
a. That's
No.
a like most likely
Dive.
to.
Or jump in.
Chief, we could talk him into it.
Okay. That could be a fun little segment. Who's most likely to shed real tears while watching the Bears game?
Me.
Figured. Okay. Who's most likely to give a blowjob for $10,000?
I mean, like 10's not enough for that group.
Okay.
I don't know.
100.
I honestly, I was gonna say like
If it's 100,
If
like
it's
is that like a realistic
100?
number?
I would do it for 100. I would do it. I think Eddie would do it, but he wouldn't tell anyone about it. He would be like, "Don't tell anyone about it." I think Chief would do it. Dave wouldn't do it. I also think at 100, it's a good decision to give someone a blowjob for $100,000. Like I'd give one blowjob a year. Like that's a great career. Like what do you do? It's like every January 16th, I suck this guy's dick. Like that would not be a bad job, and I would take it.
Okay.
I would say the number for a blowjob for me is like after tax, maybe 33 grand. I think 33 grand, I'd probably blow somebody. Ah! No, now I just thought about it. I was like, ooh, that means all of it, huh?
Yeah. The whole thing.
Yeah, no, it's back to 100.
Okay, we're just
back to 100.
Okay. Who is most likely to bridesmaid style shit their pants in public?
What does it mean, bridesmaid style? I don't know.
You've
It's
never
like
seen the movie Bridesmaids?
no, it's like potatoes au gratin. I think I know what it means, but I don't know what it
It's
means.
basically she was crossing the street in her dress and was shitting as she was crossing the street and collapsed in her dress in the middle of the street while she was shitting her pants.
Ooh. We have a guy at our office who has IBS,
Oh, that's sad.
but he's our intern,
Okay.
so we don't have to talk about
We
him.
don't
but
gotta
it's
make
definitely
fun of him, yeah.
No, we do. It's definitely him.
Okay.
I have shit my pants most recently. We talked about it on radio. I was like, oh, I shit my pants this morning.
So you?
But in public, Dave.
In public, Dave? Okay. Most likely to post a nude on accident?
Chief.
Chief. Most likely to get killed first in a scary movie?
Wait, his nude or someone else's nude?
Like your own nude.
I feel like Chief might have a couple dick pics out there. And I feel like Dave wouldn't, because Dave wouldn't be like, I'm not sending my dick. But he would want to, but he wouldn't. And I definitely don't. Not that I know of. All right, I want to be, because I said Chief quickly
Yeah,
there. And
yeah,
I
it
don't
was
want
a
him to
quick
like,
answer.
Hey, you didn't, so that, I thought about that before.
Okay. Yeah, you thought about it.
That was weird.
That's fine. Most likely to get killed first in the scary movie?
Me, I make for a great death. Definitely me, because I'm the loud, energetic, the first 20 minutes, and you're like, this guy's going to be a lot to handle. And then I have like that real explosive first death that kind of sets the tone. Or Chief.
Okay.
It would be me or Chief. Chief just to kind of set the tone, like cut his head off and all that stuff. I think Chief, though, has a good death protecting White Sox Dave.
Oh.
And, like, Dave's the last one standing. Eddie would definitely have to die. He's just, like, a horror film fan. So he would like if he watches.
He
too
would
many horror
wanna
films-
die.
Yeah, like he would get it. He's
Yeah.
like, this is part of this.
Yeah.
It's my turn. I'll go,
Yeah.
guys. Like he gets it.
Wow. Okay.
That was deep. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Most likely to get an ass tattoo.
Me. And this like getting selfish. I keep saying me, but like you're just presenting stuff where I'm like, yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
Like I would do
What
that,
would
and
it
I
be?
can't see a situation. A chili pepper or a can of Miller Lite, or something Chicago related, but I can't see it being more important than a chili pepper or a can of Miller Lite.
Why a chili pepper?
Chili is like my zodiac sign, but like not zodiac. But like
Got
that's
you.
my sign.
But
It's
that's
just-
your sign.
It's a long story. But I like chili peppers. They're just like it's a fun thing to say. They're like a fun thing to eat. They're like super fucking like they got a little kick, but they're not big. Like they do their job. Like I just love a chili pepper, and it's just funny. Like a little chili pepper.
Love a little chili pepper. Okay. So, who is most likely to look the most believable if you all dressed up as women? I feel like I know this answer, but I want to hear what you'd have to say.
I mean, again, it's got to be Chief. It's got to be
Yeah.
Chief.
Only because you
got
said he's like the most feminine.
He has these like natural. He's got like the nice soft facial features and the round face. And he's got the big wavy hair. And he's got a good relationship with his mom. Like Dave just couldn't pull it off. Like Chief could pull off. Like he could sit down in the chair appropriately, and like I think he'd be able to like stand with like a purse in his hand.
What do you think?
Eddie's another good one though. I feel like you could dress up Eddie.
Okay, what do you think Eddie and Chief's female name would be?
Chiefs or Rebecca? Eddie's like a Fran.
I could, yeah. Okay.
Or a Donna.
Ooh,